I've been meaning to make this for some time and to help some people. I saw some people posting, quite a lot of people now, that it's this COVID-19 lockdown thing on social media about tools to manage anxiety and panic attacks. Um, so I've got them that work for me. Put a little thing together and it works pretty well. It works on the sympathetic nervous system. If you want to know more about it, I will put a link in the description below. It's very interesting stuff and it works pretty fast. So I won't tell you too much more about it. I'll just give you a step-by-step walkthrough on what I do or did, because yeah, I'm okay now mostly. When things were really tough, and I know how you're feeling. It's not a nice place to be, but there is a way out. There are two breathing methods that work really, really well. What I discovered was that if I was more vigilant about my emotional state, I could pick up before a panic attack was about to happen. I started to have them out of the blue. I'd had one before years ago, and I didn't know what it was. But a couple of years ago, I had a few, and it's really scary, pretty humiliating, not much fun. But I could feel them building after a while. I knew when one was coming, and if one can catch it in time, if you can bring the sympathetic nervous system down before things accelerate and get too hectic. And this works for everyday sort of anxiety as well. So a couple of breathing methods. The one I use, because it's the most simple, and I've been doing yoga for some time, is it's the J breath, and it kind of goes like this. Excuse me, I'm lying on the floor. So you're going to breathe in through your nostrils and out through your nostrils. It's long, slow breaths and into your upper diaphragm mostly. You can expand your diaphragm and your lungs out, but the top half of them. This is not advisable if you have a heart condition, and I don't think you should be messing around with any breathing if you're pregnant, unfortunately. So use the other bits I'm going to show you in that case. So it's quite a simple breath. When you're breathing in and out through your nose, you kind of slightly close the back of your throat. You're going to hear a rasping sound. It's a gentle sound. It's kind of like a baby snoring, and this breath is great for anxiety. It slows down the heart rate very, very nicely. So I'm just going to show you the breath. It's something you can practice while you're walking around during the day. I use it a lot. And it sounds like this. So you can hear that it's like a baby snoring. It's a very gentle rasping sound at the back of your throat. What it does is it slows down your breathing, and that slows down your heart rate. Try and make sure that your exhale is longer than your inhale, which it should be naturally. The other breathing method is it's the 4-5-7 method. It's a little bit more complicated, and I think it's in another video. So I'll maybe cut that part out, and I'll put a link in that below, or a link to some information on it. It's great to help you fall asleep if you're battling to fall asleep. It really, really slows your heart rate and your body down super, super fast. But the idea is to breathe in for 4 counts, to hold your breath for 5 counts, and to breathe out for 7 counts. And you can change those numbers. I'm not sure I've got the numbers correct. I usually do 4, hold for 7, and breathe out for 8. I think that's correct. Or 3, 5, and 7. Anyway, something like that. I'll probably take that bit out. Right, so if you feel it coming on, immediately, when you feel yourself getting anxious, and we know that feeling if you suffer from anxiety, and no, it's not all in your head. A lot of it is in your body. All right. When you feel like your anxiety is starting to rise again, And we know that feeling. I've had situations where I got triggered. I was in very stressful situations, and it started to accelerate really, really quickly. I found a private place, and I drop immediately. This works brilliantly for me. This is the child pose. It's a yoga pose. Get on your knees. Put your forehead on the floor. If you can't get your forehead on the floor, open your legs a little bit so that you've got more space for your belly. Put your forehead on the floor. Put your arms behind you. Let them just flop onto the floor. And do the Ujjayi breath as you do this for as long as you need to. And really just focus on relaxing your entire body into the ground. Feel the ground and how solid it is beneath your forehead, and continue with the breath. So I would do that for, 3 minutes, 4 minutes. Be careful if you start to feel dizzy, stop. It means that you might be hyperventilating, but if you're breathing slowly and regularly, you should be okay. Do that for as long as necessary. You will feel your body start to relax and your heart rate start to slow down. When you're feeling a little bit better and you feel okay to get up a little bit, sitting with your hand on your heart at any time, it starts to bring down the sympathetic nervous system, which is what's been activated if you're going to have a panic attack or you're suffering from anxiety. In addition, massaging just below the base of your skull and into your neck, and humming. So after I've done the child pose and the breathing, when I'm feeling a little bit better, I would get up and hum. And the humming's got to be quite low while you massage the back of your neck. It activates the vagus nerve, the vagal tone. It raises the vagal tone, which settles the sympathetic nervous system down, which is your fight or flight response. So as you massage, hum, and try and keep it quite a low hum, like Singing also helps. So if you've got kids that suffer from some anxiety, it's great to get them to sing. It does the same thing. So singing a song. The last time this happened to me was in a social situation, and I think it took 3 songs. I sang 3 songs with my hand over my heart and rubbing the back of my neck. While I did it, I looked around. I clocked 5 colors: the blue sky, the green grass, the red bag, whatever it was, and then 5 feelings that you can touch so that you don't disassociate if it's trauma related. So while I was singing, or humming, I'd be touching and thinking, okay, cotton, smooth floor. And that's just to keep you from disassociating and keep you present. So combine these things, however they work for you. It's also great to get comfy. When this happened, I had my car nearby, so I lay down in the back of the car. I had the picnic blanket. I got comfy, and while I lay there, the thing is to just accept that this is happening and not try to fight it, and know that it's going to pass. The more you fight it, the worse it gets. And just go, okay, I know this, and this is what I do. And I would lie there. I lay there for a bit with my hand on my heart. I would pat it and sing some songs, rub the back of my neck, make sure I'm looking around to stay present and not disassociate. And this will help it pass. Genuinely, it's actually that simple. I'd love to hear feedback, because I've used it, and it usually took for me between 5 minutes to 15, 20 minutes on a bad one, and I was completely grounded and okay again. And you can combine those things, at different points, whatever seems to work for you. That child pose, just feeling that solid ground underneath one's head, and that Ujjayi breath. The humming, this is phenomenal. Please research the polyvagal theory. This is not some Hershua stuff. This is the stuff. This is going directly into the body, settling the sympathetic nervous system again, because that's what you're feeling. When you feel the butterflies and the racing heart and the sweating hands and the panic, that's what you want to bring back. It's not all in your head. So these are very physical, practical tools to work straight with the sympathetic nervous system to get it balanced again. And it's actually that simple. Please send feedback. I'd like to hear if it works for people, because that's my go-to in whatever combination. But I usually hit the ground first, do the breathing. Once I start to feel a little bit more grounded, then I'll get into a comfortable position, hand on heart, pat, look around, clock the colors, feel the feeling, not the feelings necessarily at this point. Maybe that wants to be done with a counselor at a later point. And sing some songs to yourself. Stand By Me is a great one. Or if you're too embarrassed to sing, then hum. It works. I hope this helps them.